Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday. Happy Friday. And yesterday was Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I just got home from work. My mom watched my son today, and today I'm actually going to sit down and talk to you guys about why I chose what respiratory program I did, how I even went about to get to the respiratory field, and all that. So right now I'm actually about to wash my bottles. Yes. Yeah, mom life. I'm letting them soak in bleach and soap right now to sterilize them. I'm gonna wash them and then I'm gonna sit down and talk to you guys. Okay, so see you guys in just a moment. Hey guys, so today's a whole new day. Yesterday, I know I started off saying I was gonna talk to you guys later about how I got into respiratory therapy. I'm busy. I'm a student, I'm a mom, I'm a girlfriend. So yesterday got busy. I planned to sit down and talk to you guys, but that didn't actually happen. Mom duties came into place. So it is Saturday night and my child is asleep along with his dad. Everybody's asleep, so I feel like I have to talk a little bit low. But we're gonna discuss how I got into respiratory therapy, why I chose it, how I chose my program, and what program I did end up going with. So I'm gonna break down my whole life story for you guys. In undergrad, my bachelor's was public health, and I was gonna go to PA route. I worked as a scribe in the emergency room. Before then, I was told about the profession by a fellow co-worker when I was teaching gymnastics. So when I started working in the ER, making contacts, that's what you do, excuse me. In this world, it's not about your experience or anything like that. It's about who you know, who can get you through that door. Everything that I've done up to this day has been about who I know, has been contacts. Make contact, guys. Like, it's so important. Please, just get in good. If you're in the medical profession, get in good with these docs. If you are in nursing school, respiratory school, PA school, become so close with these people at your clinical site rotations because they can get you a job in that field. Okay, just definitely do that because that's how I got where I am. That's how I got all my experience and all the information that I needed. But I started working as a emergency room scribe, and I worked for the medical director. And then when I finally brought the program itself over, they just hired me on. So I was doing my classes there. I was so fed up with school, and I was like, you know what? I need to graduate. Finished everything, graduated, moved back home because the plan was still PA school. Mom was like, well, why don't you come home, save money, retake some classes to raise my GPA, and have to take some classes that I still hadn't had for PA school. So I was like, okay, we can do that. A year later, I was just all like, after I took organic chem, that's what did it. I was 2 points away from making a C, and if anybody has taken organic chemistry, you know it's hard, okay? My school was notorious for failing everyone. My best friend is the smartest person I know, and she struggled in that class. I know a lot of people who retook it and only got a C. So I wasn't taking that at my university, took it at community college, and I got a D, and I was just so over it. And guys, I really tried. Like, I was really close with the smartest girl in class. We did so many study sessions, every test study session at Starbucks. Starbucks knew who we were because we were there like almost every day. Went and did, had meetings with the teacher. It was just, I did a lot. Like, I did absolutely everything a student could do, and I just couldn't get it. Excuse me. So after I got made a D, I was like, you know what? No, we're just gonna have to figure something else out. I can't do it. So then that's when I was like, you know what? I need to make more money. So I stopped working as a scribe. I got a job where I currently work, which is distributing birth control online. If you don't know, Google it. A lot of companies will pop up. I am not going to specify which one I work for, but I do work for one of those companies. So, it's my big girl job, making big girl money. I was honestly about to get ready to move out. Like, I was looking for apartments. That weekend, I was supposed to have my period and it didn't come. I was on birth control too. I was like, period's never late. Monday, took a test, boom, pregnant. So I was like, guess I'm not moving out. I'm gonna stay at home. But in the midst of all that, I was trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. I was like, do I want to be do I want to go PA or do I want to go RN? So then I was looking at going the nursing route. I had took the T's, did terrible. Guys, I'm not ashamed of anything, so I will tell you my score. I made a 55, 54 all over, okay? My grammar, I think it's like writing or something. It was a 30. Math's like 87. Math is my forte, y'all. That's just me. I get math. Reading was like a 50 something, and then I was trying to go to the WGU's program. I wanted to do online, so I could kind of still work. And what? I couldn't get in with that GPA, so I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna go get my master's of public health. Did 2 semesters of that, didn't finish. I know, I'm piling up my student loans. It's okay. I get it. So, you know, stopped, and then I just sat there and I was like, do I really want to go the nursing route? I looked at accelerated nursing programs. I didn't feel like I would get in just because my GPA wasn't on the higher side for certain classes. I mean, I'm not ashamed. I try really hard to pass my class, and I know my stuff. I have very bad test anxiety. And if you could ask anybody when I was in clinicals, I would retain medical information like amazingly. I would remember everything. I remember procedures. I remember protocols. Everything that pertains to medical field, I remember about these tests and stuff. It's not my forte, so I have to try really hard to pass them. But not the case. So my dad's girlfriend is an RT, and I told her, I was like, why never have I ever thought about RT before? And she was just telling me all the information about it, and I was like, this is crazy because I've seen them in action. I've seen them plenty of times in the ER. They are highly involved in the medical field, and many people don't know about RTs, which is crazy, but they are highly utilized. They are there when you do intubation. They are actually the people who give you breathing treatments that help you try to breathe better. Sleep therapy, sleep study. RTs are there. You having respiratory distress, they have to call the RTs down to check your pH, your blood pH. RTs have to draw that. They're just everywhere. When you're on a ventilator, who does the ventilating systems? Your RT. Who changes out, I so cannot remember for the life of me, but whenever you have, I think it's a crike, they're the ones who clean it out. They have to call the RTs down. Like, RTs are used so much, and I really enjoy what they do because you're still heavily involved, just as if you were a nurse. The average, I believe, of an RT is 70,000 in DFW area. Don't quote me. I may be, you know, overdoing it, but it's a good field to get into, and there's plenty of openings here in the DFW area. So after talking to her about it and weighing my options, I was like, okay, well, let's see what the requirements are, and I'm going to decide if I want to get into RT or if I want to do RN. Now, my programs. RN, there's only one program I could do, WGU. RT, I was looking at 3 schools. There was Tarrant County Community College, Dallas County Community College, or Concord. Tarrant County didn't start until August. I missed the deadline because they let people know early, so that wasn't out. Dallas County wanted you to take like 6 classes before you can even apply to the program. 6 classes that don't pertain to anything. I don't even know what the classes were, but I was just like, I'm not doing that. Called Concord, and they said, yeah, not a problem. Just come take the HESI. Cool. I had to retake the T's, and I had to do the HESI. The HESI was free because Concord pays for it. So I was like, okay. I had 3 days to study for the HESI, y'all. 3 days, because it was like super last minute because their deadline passed, and I was like, I missed the deadline. Let me call and see when the next start date is. He goes, well, we're still taking applications. Cool. Okay, I'll come take it. So within those 3 days, I studied. I only had to take 3 sections. I had to do reading, vocabulary, and math. That was it. And then I needed a total of 70. I got an 82. Yay. Only for studying for 3 days. I find the HESI so much easier than the T's. When the reading opened up, I was like, this is it. This is it. This is what I have to do. I was like, oh my God, this is easy. 5 questions in, I'm like, oh my God, this is easy. Got an 86 on the reading, a 90 on the math, and then a 70 on the vocabulary. What I studied for vocabulary was not the same thing that the questions were. So I think that's what I'm gonna say it was. There was quite a few medical term questions, but then other stuff, it was just regular vocabulary. What does this line mean in this sentence, you know? And you have to know what the word means. Well, that's not the type of material that I actually studied. So, but that's okay because I got an 82, which is really good. And I got into the program. So after making an 82, I decided, okay, well, I'm not gonna take the T's because I already have the grade and I was accepted into the program. I did have to do an interview with the respiratory director, and I did my interview just fine. So I went ahead and I did Concord. Now, Concord is a private institution, guys, so they are expensive. So I'm just, you know, dashing loans on top of loans on top of loans. It's okay, they're gonna get paid later. They're gonna get paid. But they're very expensive. I think 40,000, and it's an 18-month program. It's accelerated. There is no breaks. I don't get summers off. We go all the way through. I'm trying to decide. Okay, so for Concord's RT program in the Dallas area, I know they have locations in different states. I don't know about them, but in the Dallas area, you have 2 sessions of just basic classes. A&P 1, English, math, and philosophy. They will transfer your classes if it's a B and above and within 5 years. Please understand the 5 years, because usually for schools, it's only the sciences. Not this school. It is all the credits, which I find highly ridiculous. I took English and I made a B, and apparently it was 6 years ago. So guess what? It didn't transfer over. I was upset. So the only things that transferred over were my microbiology and my math. Those are the only 2 classes that transferred over. My anatomy, at my school, before they combined it, it was called anatomy for the 1 session and then physiology for the 2nd. That is considered A&P 1 and A&P 2. All the other colleges recognize that except for that school. I made a B in anatomy and a C in physiology. And they wouldn't take it because they said, well, anatomy didn't cover phys, so you still have to retake those classes. Okay, I was upset and I really was like, I don't want to go through this program. But I would have been pushed back a year later to try to go into TCC's program. And then on top of that, it's 2 years. So I would have been looking at like 3 to 4 years before I would even finish. So I was like, let me suck it up and just do these classes. So that's what I did. And I just finished my first term and I got a 1A and 2 Bs. So right now we just started the 2nd term, which is A&P 2, physiology and communications. After that, we get into the actual respiratory therapy program itself. Each course is 10 weeks. After this 10 weeks, we start clinicals 3 days a week and class 2 days a week. I believe we have 1 day off. So maybe it's clinicals 3 days a week and class 1 day a week. I can't remember for sure, but I'm really excited. And one thing they did say, because the campus is like 35 to 40 minutes away from me, they said they're gonna find clinicals closer to where we live, so they got our addresses, which I think is amazing, because the clinical site I could work at could possibly be I just said that so wrong. Where I'm doing my clinicals at is where I could possibly work at, is what I meant to say. But that is actually how I became to choose RT and how I chose my program. There is no bachelor's degree in the area I'm in. I think there's one in San Marcos, and there's like 2 others somewhere else, but there's not the opportunity for a bachelor's degree elsewhere, which I'm okay with. They're all like, well, you get your bachelor's. Well, this is a stepping stone for me. So getting my associates in it is fine. And then a lot of people say, well, you know, there's not a difference in the field except for management. But I feel like if I wanted to do management, I could, because I already have my bachelor's in public health, which could earn me a manager role in the first place. And I have experience with that. So that's how I look at it. So I'm not going to do my associate's and go get my bachelor's. No, I'm not gonna do that. And like I said, they said there's no difference, and I will have other RTs come on here if you guys would like. Just let me know and comment below if that's what you want, because if so, I will definitely reach out to them and see if they will come on here and kind of give some information and some input on where they work and all that. Now, the hours for RT. I know this based off of talking to my doctor girlfriend. They work, your basic hours are 3 12-hour shifts a week. That is considered full-time. That is 36 hours, I believe. Yes, 36 hours. Anything over that is overtime. She said you can make your schedule how you want. Nights, days, 4 on, 3 off, 3 on, 4 off. It's up to you. You make your schedule. You set your availability, which I can't wait, and I would much rather love to do. And so his girlfriend works nights, and I watch another vlogger who talks about nights, and she made a great point. Her point was she's an RN, and she works with night people who have families. She said they do nights because they can eat dinner with their family, go to work. When they get off, their kids are going to school, and while they're at school they sleep. Smart. And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to work nights, and you get a differential for working nights. How that works in RN works the same way for RTs. You get differentials for working nights, so you get paid more, and then you also get paid extra for being on call and coming in on holidays, I believe. Yeah, but I'm okay with nights because that's what I would rather do. Working nights in the ER, I loved it. I mean, days and nights, you got you different. Sometimes it's smooth sailing, sometimes it's all like, what the happened? Why is it so crazy and mad right now? Like, come on, guys. But yeah, that's how I became and chose my programs. I don't think I have anything else to share. Guys, if there's any questions you have about RT, what programs to choose, any of that, prereqs, comment below and let me know. Okay, I will see you guys in my next video. Like, share, and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you for the next video. Bye, guys.